Okay, so boom, you want to start a podcast. The very first thing you need to do is go to anchor.fm and download the Anchor app. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free 99. You can record from a computer or you can record directly from your phone, and it sounds amazing recording from your phone. Anchor is equipped with creation tools that allow you to edit your audio and even add sound effects. They will distribute your podcast on many platforms such as like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Best of all, you can monetize. Just as I'm recording this here sponsorship, you can do the exact same thing. And you can get a couple of coins every time someone listens to your podcast. So how cool is that? So go to anchor.fm or go to your favorite app store, download the Anchor app, and get started today. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
She do what she wanna do. She do what she wanna do. Ooh. She do what she wanna do.
She do what she wanna do. Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face. She don't play. Every chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, Autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies, so you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got something for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah.
Do what she wanna do.
Live life, live life.
She do what she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live
Do
life.
what she wanna do.
Live life, live life,
She
live
do
life.
what she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. Welcome to episode 35. I am sitting here. It's the draft day Thursday, NFL draft day Thursday. In my We Dem Boys t-shirt, and I already know it's, we're not even 2 minutes in, and I'm about to get a whole bunch of hate tweets while y'all listening to this, but that's okay. I'm used to it. Actually going to speak about it later on in the episode. But yeah, welcome back. Let's see. I don't know. Where do I start? Let's start with I've been trying to hang in there, guys. Like, y'all know I said I ain't really want to be talking about the Rona, but we really still don't have too much of a choice but to talk about the Rona. So I'm gonna just come right out the gate with the Shut the Fuck Up award.
Shut the fuck up. Goddamn, nigga.
So the Shut the Fuck Up award this week, I have a repeat offender this week. I am in the state of Georgia, so you guys probably know exactly where I'm going with this. I'd like to give Governor Kemp another, because he got one a few episodes ago, but I'm going to go ahead and present Governor Kemp with another Shut the Fuck Up award, because tomorrow, which will be April 24th, 2020, and which will also be the end of about maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Has it been 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks, maybe? He's gonna, we've been on quarantine. I'm trying to get my thoughts together, y'all. Sorry. We've been on quarantine, just like the rest of the world. And, we were on a stay at home order. And initially, I remember when he gave the stay at home order, it was only going to be like 10 days. And I think that they may have extended it maybe a few days or something. I don't know. Maybe it's been 3 weeks. I don't know. It hasn't been long enough. That's my point. My point is it has not been long enough. And tomorrow, Governor Kemp said he's going to open up the state for business. So starting tomorrow, and he specifically said, this is what really got me, y'all. He specifically said, what did he say? Did he say nail salons, barbershops, and something else? But the one thing that stuck out to me for whatever reason was bowling alleys. We need the bowling alleys open. Like, my first thought, because I watch a lot of TV, my first thought was that he's opening up he needed to get a message out to like specific owners of bowling alleys, because he's probably like laundering money through them. Like, that's the only thing I can think of, right? Like, bowling alleys. Like, you literally got on TV and said you about to open up the bowling alleys. Like, are there going to be like, okay, I know people love to bowl. I'm not shitting on bowlers. Like, my grandmother was the bowler of all bowlers, right? She was in like a couple of different leagues and had her own ball and her own everything, and she was serious about it week in and week out. But I'm not understanding what's so essential, about a bowling alley. And excuse me, because I am drinking this smoothie. I made this smoothie. It took me about an hour to make the smoothie. I'm going to tell y'all about that in a minute. But anyways, so yeah. Governor Kemp, you get the Shut the Fuck Up Award. I think he said on Monday, the restaurants and things like that are going to open, and you're supposed to be able to be practicing social distancing while you're in there. But houseway. Now, I can see how a restaurant, if they place the tables a certain way, like I can see on the inside, but then what about people that are like waiting for a table, or, I don't know. I know of at the very least 4 people who have contracted this virus. 3 people that I know of so far have made it through. My cousin Wanda is currently going through it. Like, I don't get on Facebook much, but I've been peeping it on Facebook because she loves Facebook. And, just been kind of like peeping at her posts or whatever. And she's really going through it. So, at this point in time, there's really no 6 degrees of separation. Like, I feel like everybody knows somebody, or everybody knows somebody that at least knows somebody that has contracted this virus. And there are so many people that are dying. It just doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying that we need to shut down forever. But I am saying that we need to ride this out at the very least, like another couple of weeks. Like, for instance, I don't know. I never thought I would say this, but Ohio is really doing the damn thing compared to a lot of other states, especially compared to Georgia. Like, Ohio shut down. They were one of the first ones to be like, hey, bruh, we shutting down. Ohio and Michigan, we're shutting down. I don't care what y'all do, what y'all talking about, what y'all president talking about. We're shutting down because, we trying not to die out here. You know what I'm saying? So they have shut down, and I think that they're going to be shut down through the end of probably until, like, I want to say the end of the first week of May or something like that, or maybe the second week of May. Like, a lot of these states are shutting down and are still shut down. And I think Arizona is about to open back up too. I think I saw something about Arizona being open back up, but there's just not an amount of money in the world or a need to be out and about in crowds that supersedes anybody's life. Like, you could go out and do whatever it is you want to do, but what's going to happen when you die? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean to like laugh or giggle after that, but it just kind of is what it is. You'll never be able to enjoy anything when you're dead. And then you got these dumbass protesters that's out here, talking about their rights and their freedom and all this, that, and the other. And I've been, tweeting probably once a day that's the reason why so many people were in the gun shop. That's the reason why so many people were buying up guns, because they're thinking about this and they're thinking about shooting their way out. And it's sick. It's disgusting. It really is. It's disgusting. It's just like, whatever. So anyway, that's the Shut the Fuck Up Award. Goes to Governor Kemp. Now, I'm trying not to rush through this, but the draft is coming on in about an hour or so. And for some reason, y'all can hear me sniffling. Like, my sinuses are a whole ass mess right now. So bear with me, guys. I'm sorry I'm sniffling in the mic and all this, that, and the other, but just bear with me. So, where do I want to go next? I want to go next to the Running for My Life Spring 20 update. So the challenge was completed on 4/20, I think was the last day, Monday. And first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Tamara the Dawn from the Tamara Till the Break of Dawn podcast, and J Boog for show for the Jay's Quick 3 podcast. These two ladies have been, they killed the challenge. Like, they weren't doing like the running challenge, like, because when I do it, it's just mainly running or, run, walk or whatever. But they have been killing it, like really, really, really killing it. Tamara had been very consistent in posting her screenshots and tagging me and, letting me know that she's doing it. And J Boog been checking on me and just making sure everything is good. And she's been checking on me because I have been going through it, guys. Like, I'm going to just go ahead and put it on air. I did not complete the challenge. I was 6 miles short of the challenge. And I'm not here to make any excuses. I'm not here to do a woe is me or whatever, what have you. There were things and reasons as to why I did not complete the challenge, but I feel like if I would have dug a little bit deeper, I still would have been able to complete it. Yeah, there were some things in my way. The weather has been horrible. I have asthma and I've been trying to go out and run and been damn near dying. Like, I don't even really want to tell y'all the story about how I went out and tried to run yesterday. And when I say I literally thought I was going to die, like, I stopped. I almost threw up. I literally had to sit like on this, it's like this corner that has like this little wall. Like, I literally had to prop myself up on the wall and have a seat. I literally had to sit there for like 20 minutes. And I had to call my SOAR to talk to me on the way home, because I was like, okay, I can't complete this run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ended up getting about 2.5 miles. But I couldn't complete the run. Like, I was literally sick to my stomach. And a lot of it has to do with a lot. I think that part of it may have had to do with, the fact that I've been eating really, really bad. And I had already decided that after Monday, I was going to start back on like a somewhat of a strict clean eating diet, which is again why I am drinking a smoothie that I made at home. So yeah, I didn't complete the challenge. It's been a really tough month. It's been a really tough month, or a really tough 30 days. aside from just big Rona running through folks and people that I know, I did lose my cousin. So rest in peace to my cousin Jesse. And that's the second cousin that I've lost in a matter of 9 months. So mentally it's been tough because I haven't been able to get home. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, and again, somebody asked me, you know, I think I said this last week, like somebody asked me why don't I go home, and I'm just like, why would I do that? So like, why would I risk picking up germs and taking them to my family? Like, I'm just not gonna do that. So it has been very, very rough, but the beat don't stop there. Again on Tuesday I started cleansing. I am like just going back into this whole little phase. Like, I'm literally doing a full like body cleanse and everything. So lots of clean eating, or I call it cleanish, because, you know, some stuff I'm like bacon and stuff, like I don't think that's clean sausage. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think that's clean, but it's not carbs and it's not sugar. So, I mean, if I have to choose, I'm gonna choose that. So yeah, that's that on that. Again, a shout out to Tamara and Gldn. And actually, I'm gonna get y'all something. Like, I need to reach out to them and get their address. I have something actually that I would like to send to both of them. So shout out to y'all. And the next challenge will be a summer running for my life summer 20 challenge. And I think I'm going to go with that like a month before Smoke Free Weekend, which y'all know Smoke Free Weekend was rescheduled due to the Rona. And that will be, God, I don't even know what the actual dates are. It's like the end of July, like July 23rd through the 27th, maybe something like that. So yeah, maybe a month before Smoke Free Weekend, I'll do another challenge. I will be in much better shape by then. I am not gonna give up, guys. And again, like, between the asthma and the pollen and just the climate in general, like, I guess I just have to kind of build my lungs back up. So that's what I've been trying to do. All right, moving along. I want to kind of talk about 420 in quarantine. I spent 420 in quarantine by myself. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Again, I know people are, I smoke every day. So, 420 ain't enough for me. Okay, cool. So do I. You know what I'm saying? No biggie, but it's fun. Like, can we have fun? So I got in on a couple of like Zoom calls. I was on a couple of people's IG lives. All of that. Smoked really, 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 really good. Like, I think I started with some Congo Bongo, and then I had like banana breath, and then I had purple Urkel, and then I tapped the fuck out. Like, I didn't even smoke all of the purple Urkel, like the whole, like, and I was actually rolling blunts. I don't really smoke blunts in the first place, but I did for that. And I don't know. I mean, I had some really good stuff, but overall it was a cool day, which is the reason why I started cleansing the next day. I ate like crazy. I had cinnamon rolls and all types of foolishness, which is another reason why I hadn't really been feeling all that great. Probably the reason why I felt like I was gonna throw up and all this good stuff when I went for the run. So I'm done with that. I'm done with all of that, at least for now. So that was cool. What else happened? Teddy Riley versus Babyface. So y'all know, let's see, they were supposed to have it at one point in time, and then like Babyface couldn't do it. Come to find out, Babyface and somebody else in his family, maybe his wife or something, had the Rona, so they had to get over that. And then the second time, y'all know, they got on there and there was like this really bad echo because, you know, Teddy Riley was doing the most. Really, he just had a bunch of technical difficulties because he was doing too much. Like, he was trying to listen on his phone, and I mean, he was you know, on IG Live on his phone, but he also had this whole studio production going on. And I personally believe that it was somebody like in the studio that had the phone on, like had their phone watching the IG, and it was causing an echo. So that's what I think happened. But, you know, who knows? I don't know. Shut the fuck up to everybody who were just very impatient with these men. Like, these are older guys. Y'all know, like, Babyface is like 60 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an older guy. And, you know, they don't really know technology like that. I mean, it just kind of is what it is, you know. I was cool with all that. I was cool with them trying to figure things out. Although I do wish that Swiss Beats and, is it Swiss and Timberland that put it on? I can't remember. I do wish that they would have talked to them first and been like, hey, y'all, this is how this works. Because even throughout the battle, when they finally had, because okay, the second time they stopped it because the echo was too bad. So the third time they finally got it right. But I just wish that they would have talked to them and said, this is how these versus challenges have been working. This is how, you know, do you have any questions about IG Live, whatever, what have you. Like, hopefully, you know, the next time that they do that, they'll be, you know, they'll actually, whoever they talk to, they'll know what the hell they doing, because clearly Teddy and Babyface did not know. I picked Teddy to win. I still do think Teddy won. I actually meant to write down some of the actual actual battle that they did, and I didn't. Let me see if I can find it real fast, because I actually saved, somebody tweeted out an actual playlist, so I saved it. Yeah, but I don't think it's in any type of order. But, you know, I don't know. So Babyface, I've always been a fan of Babyface. My sister loves Babyface. My sister was in love with Babyface. I love Babyface too as an artist and as a producer. And I think that Babyface and Teddy Riley have two kind of totally different vibes. Like, Babyface is so like love songish. So everything he played was about love songs, whereas Teddy Riley, you know, he has that whole New Jack Swing, so he had like for real like bops, you know what I'm saying? And just some of the people that he wrote for, but Babyface too, some of the people that he wrote for. But, you know, some of my favorites from Guy, you know, y'all know I love Guy, y'all know I love Teddy Riley and Aaron Hall. Like, anything that they've ever done, like, I really love them. But I didn't know Teddy Riley produced the show. I had no idea. He also produced Remember the Time, which is like my favorite Michael Jackson song of all time. So, I mean, I don't know. Just aside from the groups that he was actually a part of, he really did write for some really great people, but so did Babyface. I personally picked Teddy Riley. I feel like, and they didn't even get to the end. Like, they didn't even get to the all 20 songs. But I feel like the majority, for me, Teddy Riley won. And I think a lot of people were picking Babyface because they were irritated with Teddy Riley because of the first time that they got together and he had the whole echo thing going on. So, whatever. I was going to do a whole podcast about it, but everybody did a whole podcast about it. And I don't know, maybe I'll do something like that later after it kind of dies down and just bring it back. But because it's something timeless that can be talked about. So whatever. What else do I have? Well, let's see. That's it for the initial for the initial part of the podcast. I'm gonna take a short break, and I'm gonna come back with this what I just came up with today, y'all. I just threw some shit together. The top 5 social media debates I am sick and tired of. So be right back. All right, we back. So before I get into that top 5, I forgot to tell y'all about the whole smoothie situation because, of course, I always have something real stupid going on, right? So I like I said, I am cleansing. Doing this whole clean eating thing, and a part of that is I told myself I was gonna start making my own smoothies at home instead of going to like a Smoothie King or something like that. Even though if you go to Smoothie King, you can tell them like if there's turbinado, because that's like some sort of liquid sugar. Like you could tell them to leave that out. Your smoothie is still gonna taste like pretty good, right? But I decided to just, save some money and save myself from going out and all this, that, and the other, make my own smoothies at home. I used to do it all the time. So, and it's the same kind of smoothie in a way. So it's like strawberry, banana, pineapple, which I use fresh. I don't get the frozen. So I have done frozen, but I cut up all the fruit myself and I put it in a baggie and put it in the freezer. And then I use there's this light apple juice that you can get from Kroger, and it's actually really, really, really good. I mean, it has like 8 calories in it, a cup or something like that. Like it's so delicious. So I use that as a base. And then I put flaxseed in it. So I pulled out my blender. You know what I'm saying? Like I have not used this blender in well over a year or so. Cleaned it up real good. Took it apart, put it back together. And I put the stuff in there. And I don't know if it was because, which it shouldn't matter. Like everything was like completely frozen solid. Oh, I put kale in there too. I always make green smoothies. But it was like not working, y'all. Like I literally had to take a spoon. Like, man, I probably almost lost my whole arm. Cause I'm like taking a spoon. I'm like trying to dig in there while it's going and all. It just took forever. So I don't know. I guess maybe when I make the next one, like maybe tonight I'll take the baggie out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator so that it's not like frozen solid, I guess. I don't know how that's gonna work. But anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. Top 5 social media debates I am 100% sick and tired of. And the reason, number 5 is the reason why I even decided to do this. It's probably not even a top 5, but it's just a top 5 for me today. So there's this debate going on Twitter about, I don't even remember who the other guy is. So about the song, about Air Force Ones, about the shoes Air Force Ones. So somebody said that they made Air Force Ones what they are. And it's like a rapper that came out like yesterday, right? And then somebody stepped in and was like, Nelly would like to have a word because, we all know Nelly made a song called Air Force Ones. And supposedly he gets like free Air Force Ones to this day because of the song or whatever. So, but then you have all these people who are like, well, Air Force One's been popular, even before Nelly. When Nelly came out with the song in 2002, the song was already popular. And I'm like, the shoes were already popular. And like, people are really like, it's really a situation. Like people are literally going back and forth about this. So here's my take on here's my take on the whole Air Force One thing. I am from Ohio. I knew about Air Force Ones. I don't think I owned a pair until after the song came out. And I don't think that it was because the song came out, but I'm pretty sure I didn't have any prior to the song coming out. But if we're being real, like, Air Force Ones was kind of like a regional thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that was New York. That's a whole New York situation. They literally they were a big deal in the New York area, right? Like, nobody is, I wouldn't debate that. I'm not going to say nobody is debating that, but I wouldn't debate it. Like, when the song came out, I remember this same conversation taking place. Of course not on social media, because we ain't had no social media then. But I do remember this exact same conversation taking place. But people are really on, like, why do we have to argue about that? Why do we have, like, it's like, there's people that are like literally on fire because people are saying that Nelly is not the one who made Air Force Ones viral. Basically, that's what the big argument is. Like, whoever the other guy, like, again, I can't remember who it was, but whoever the other guy was, who said it, he came out like 2 days ago as a rapper, like, literally. So what he's saying doesn't even, I saw the tweet and I just kind of giggled at it. Like, I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? But to say that Nelly wasn't influential in the whole Air Force One movement doesn't make sense to me, because if you lived outside of the New York area, you know what I'm saying? If you and your whole crew was rocking Air Force Ones and you weren't in that area, you weren't in the New York area, big ups to you. You know what I'm saying? But for real, Nelly really did put Air Force Ones, in my opinion, on the map in several different places. Outside, let's just say outside of New York. And because of that, if it is true that he gets Air Force Ones, because I didn't really do the research, I just saw a tweet. If he does get Air Force Ones, all the time, like for free or whatever from Nike, then he deserves it. Because, and the song was a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw somebody on like, Air Force Ones, that song was trash. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't one of those songs. I don't think that he felt like he was just 100% dropping bars. It was a fun song. Like, that's another thing. Like, why can't we just be okay with having fun songs? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a fun song. He wasn't dropping, Hove bars, or, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that that's what the song was for. It was just a fun song. Everybody remembers the song Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just lit. So anyways, that is number 5. And that is the reason why, that is what actually made me come up with this entire list. Number 4. I, as a Zennial, as Generation X, am so sick and tired of the baby boomers and the millennials beefing. Why are y'all still beefing? We are in a pandemic. The millennials are blaming the baby boomers for everything that has ever happened in life. Everything. Like, it's the baby boomers' fault that everything is the way that it is. Now, there may be a little bit of truth to that, but I'm not gonna say that it was like, it's like the argument is like it's like the argument is, how can I explain it? I don't think that even though there were some things that they did that caused some of the things that are happening today, it wasn't intentional. That's my point. I don't think that what a lot of the baby boomers did was intentional. Like I was telling someone just recently, like, about how people can I don't know why my words is all twisted up, y'all. Just excuse me. Let me get myself together. I was just talking to someone about how our parents, who are baby boomers, basically, how a lot of our parents didn't have the financial literacy that we may have. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to us to make sure that, you know, even though we've made all of these mistakes, we've made huge mistakes, that we educate our children so that our children can educate their children and do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess what I'm saying is there's no point in pointing the finger backwards. There's just no point. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And then you have the baby boomers who are, you know, on the other side of the beef, and they're just like, oh, everything. They're not liking, like, the whole digital era. They don't like that, you know, millennials are deciding that they're not going to be staying at no job for 40 years. And, you know, so they make it look like they try to play it like, you know, they're either lazy or they feel like they're too good to do the things that the baby boomers used to do. But what the baby boomers need to understand is that times change, right? Times change, and it's okay. If you're at a job and you don't like that fucking job, leave. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know about nobody else, but I mean, I'm just saying, I just need you to have another job in tow. Like, don't be trying to, you know, move back home to your parents or whatever, unless, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just want you to think about how that is going to affect your parents. And I think that that's one of the points that the baby boomers were making, is just like, you know, you're making decisions, but the decisions are not only affecting you, they're affecting people around you. So I think that that's the kind of the point that the baby boomers are making. But again, they don't really get it. Now, I'm on the inside of this, watching both sides go at it, and I'm over it, which is why it's on the list. So that's that on that. Moving on. I know I sound like I'm kind of rushing through this, but I told y'all the damn draft is coming on, and it's like 30 minutes away, and I got to make sure that I'm, you know, got the damn draft on. But anyway, number 3, speaking of the draft, I went right into that. I am tired. I am so sick and tired of everybody who feels the need to debate or to, you know, come at the Dallas Cowboy fans. Okay. I typically, I don't even pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, again, it's something that I just figured I put on the list because it makes for good conversation. I tell people all the time, because I'll say, oh, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, or, you know, I won't even say I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. They'll see I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. They'll see me with the Dallas Cowboy shirt on, or see me tweet something or retweet something that has to do with the Dallas Cowboys, and they feel the need to have to say something to me about the Dallas Cowboys. And my first question, if I feel like it on that day, my first question always is, who's your team? Because if you're not a Redskins, Eagles, or Giants fan, I really just don't really want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you are a Redskins, Eagles, or Giants fan, I still don't want to hear what you have to say because I don't care. And that's the thing. Like, I don't care. And I'm not going to speak for all Cowboys fans because I understand that every fan base has some, people that are just unreasonable and obnoxious and all this, that, and the other. But real talk, people hate the Dallas Cowboys for absolutely no reason. There's no logical reason other than, and these are the answers that I'll get. They'll say, oh, because, I don't feel like it should be called America's team. I don't give a damn about it being called America's team. America is trash right now. America has been trash for a few years now. Like, I don't want it to be called America's team either. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That's what, the name that is carried. And then, of course, oh, well, y'all ain't won no Super Bowl in over 20 years. And y'all ain't. Okay, but why are you pressed? Like, why are you so freaking pressed about me being a fan of a team that has not won a Super Bowl in over 20 years? And some of these people's teams have never won a Super Bowl. Some of these people's teams don't know what Super Bowl, probably don't even know what a damn Super Bowl is for real. Like, can we let this go? It's 2020. We in a pandemic. I don't want to fucking hear it. Like, I'm tired of it. And now, don't get me wrong. Like, I will have friendly debates going back and forth or whatever. I think some of it is funny, but some people really just take it too far. It's just like today, like 12 Kyle saw my shout out to 12 Kyle. 12 Kyle saw my Throwback Thursday and was like, oh, great picture except for the team. And we giggled it off. Ha ha ha. 12 Kyle, I believe, is a Falcons fan. I don't know why he hate the Cowboys. I'm gonna ask him. He'll listen to this. When he listens to this, I'm gonna let him tell me why. But friendly little stuff like that sometimes, it's funny. But every once in a while, just like tonight when this damn draft come on, everybody on here is going to be talking about the picks that Dallas gets or the picks that Dallas passes up. And they don't even got shit to do with Dallas. They're not in the same division. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for people to hate the Dallas Cowboys the way that they do. I'm a fan. I've been a fan. I'm a depressed fan. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I would love to win a Super Bowl sometime soon. But because I haven't, that doesn't mean that I'm less than a fan. That doesn't mean that I'm not still a fan. You know what I'm saying? So that's that on that. That was what? Number 3. Number 2. And I kind of went back because I did kind of try to put these in order of like what irks me the most. And number 2 and number 1 kind of go hand in hand. Well, not hand in hand, but they're kind of like neck and neck with me being irritated about it. Number 2 is the greatest of all time basketball player debate. A lot of times so there's 3, right? There's 3 that you automatically think of: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Period. Period. Great basketball players. All are very unique in their own way. You guys know we lost Kobe earlier this year. Like, fuck 2020. We lost Kobe earlier this year. Who like was the epitome of basketball. Like, but all 3 of them are. All 3 of them are. And I understand that each player has their own stance. And typically it's like a lot of times I don't even hear, I hear Kobe's name, not thrown in the mix. I hear Kobe's name when they do the comparisons. But the biggest comparison we always see is Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. And I'm over it. I'm over it. And like, people really be upset. And I guess that's the whole reason I'm doing this whole top 5, because people really be upset, like to the point they be like, it's almost like they be ready to fight talking about this stuff. And I just don't really understand how or why you're ready to fight about some extra rich ass people. Like y'all already know how I feel about that. So, but yeah, like Michael Jordan, he has a special, this documentary or whatever it is out. I have not. It just came out. It just damn. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words, y'all. 1 and 2 of the documentary, and I guess it's like 10 parts. Came out last Sunday. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I will go back and watch it. Probably when it all dies down, because I'm that type of person. But so of course now the debate is back up. We're back up for the debate of who's the greatest of all time, who the GOAT is. I'm over it, guys, because honestly, in my book, and maybe I know what y'all gonna say. You don't really know basketball. You're not a basketball fan like that. Actually, I have rooted for these, these 3 gentlemen at least at some point in my life when I was into basketball. Like I was a, I guess I can kind of say I was kind of a Bulls fan, or was maybe following the Bulls, but I've always really been a Lakers fan. A bit, and that just goes back from my family, because, I kind of picked up the sports that my family, sports teams that my family picked up. And same with the Dallas Cowboys. Like my sister's husband is a Dallas Cowboy fan, and he made the whole damn family Dallas Cowboy fan. So that's why I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, y'all. But anyways, but when LeBron came along, because I got to see LeBron play in person, like, LeBron's from Ohio, y'all know all of that already. And LeBron would his school would do these tournaments, and the tournaments would come to the University of Toledo and play at Savage Hall. So I was able to go and actually see LeBron play. And I took my son. He probably don't even remember, because he was probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old at the time. But LeBron is fantastic. Like, I mean, LeBron, I hold a piece in my heart for LeBron, because I feel like he is just, I think on and off the court, he's such a spectacular individual. And he's somebody that I have been able to follow throughout, even though I'm not really watching basketball like that, I enjoy watching LeBron. And I couldn't really say that, like, I enjoy watching Kobe, but not as much as I enjoyed watching LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it. Maybe it's the home ties, maybe it's because we're, he's from my home state and all this, that, and the other. And I just really think that he's a stand-up individual. Now, am I going to be able to sit up here and spit stats to y'all about, comparing Michael Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron? No. All I'm saying is, can we respect the fact that all 3 of these basketball players are elite? Like, in one way, shape, or form, I feel like they're on the same playing field. Or not playing, well, playing field and, court. Let's say court. That's just how I feel. I feel like at some point in time, it's just, you can hold them all to the same standard. And I know people are probably going to hear this and be like, bruh, no, you cannot. But that's just how I feel. And I just feel like, I guess, that sometimes the debates may be interesting or, whatever, what have you. But I think I'm just low key tired of hearing them. So that's number 2. Number 1. Number 1. I am so sick and tired. Like, this is the number one. I am so sick and tired of the fat versus skinny, the fat versus thick, the fat versus whatever debates. So, your girl Lizzo was on something. I don't know what she was on. I heard she was supposed to be having her OnlyFans. Like, I don't know. But Lizzo was somewhere, you know, being Lizzo. And she had on her little lingerie. And, you know, was on camera and was turning her big ass booty to the camera and shaking, because, you know, Lizzo know how to twerk and, you know, doing whatever, you know, thirst trapping as women do, as a lot of women do. Showing herself off as a lot of other women do. And once again, everybody's outraged. Now, I understand that y'all were outraged when she went to the Lakers game and had her whole ass out. I get that, because again, it's family establishment, whatever, what have you. I mean, I guess I can say that I get that. But I'm just tired of, how can I say this? Because y'all know I've been a big girl. Still consider myself a big girl sometimes, because I have a gut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that model type body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that perfect hourglass type body. I have a gut. I probably have more gut than I have butt. And you know, I'm not really okay with that, which is why I'm working on it. But I just think that we give way too much energy to debating our preferences. And that goes for anything. Like, why is there a huge argument every time Lizzo gets on the damn Instagram or wherever, or anytime she does anything, there's a huge argument about fat shaming and, you know, all this, that, and the other. Like, I'm just so tired of it. And I get it. Like, when I say I get it because I understand, you know, I've been fat shamed on several occasions, behind my back and halfway to my face. You know what I'm saying? But the comparisons, like, to compare Lizzo to like Meg Thee Stallion, like, why? What's the purpose in that? If you like Lizzo, you like if you like Lizzo and that's your type, you like Lizzo. If you like Meg Thee Stallion and that's your type, you like Meg Thee Stallion. Or maybe you like a mixture of both. Maybe you like somebody that's in the middle. I just don't understand why there has to be so much, all these think pieces and all, because it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to change their mind. Nobody's going to change their mind how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I personally say, if you don't want to see Lizzo's ass, or you don't want to, it's something about Meg Thee Stallion that you don't like her nose, because, you know, people been picking at her too. You know what I'm saying? Picking at her, just like people. You know what? Maybe it's more so just the whole like body type thing in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I just wish people would just shut the fuck up about it. I do. You like what you like, and there's no point in getting into an argument or even a heated debate about something that you like, about your opinion or something. You know what I'm saying? You're basically your preference. There's no point in that. There's just no point, because, you know, I feel like you debate facts. You know what I'm saying? You debate facts. So if somebody said, well, Lizzo is not overweight, you know what I'm saying? That, like, how, you know, that's that's a fact that you can debate, like, because she is. You see what I'm saying? But to say that she's not desirable, that's subjective. You can't, why, and why even say anything about it if you know, she posts something? Why can't you just keep scrolling? Why? It just doesn't make any sense. Same with, you know, the whole dark skin. I guess that all that stuff ties in, the whole dark skin, light skin, the short, tall debates. I just think that there's so much more that we can talk about. I feel like there's so much more that we can devote our energy to. Are there a lot of things that appear on my timeline that that I'd be like, oh my God, I wish I wouldn't have saw that? Absolutely. Do I keep scrolling and just shut the fuck up about it? Absolutely. Every once in a while I'll chime in on something, but it's never to the point where I'm shaming anybody. Like, even if I were to think, because we all think about, you know, have funny thoughts or whatever, stuff that we might think is funny, but I'm like, I'm not going to tweet that because that might be offensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not built like that. And I just feel like we really need to understand, one, that everybody is entitled to their own preference. They're entitled to liking whoever they like and desiring whoever they like. And you know, they don't have to like everybody. Like, you don't have to be one of those people that's just like, oh, I like everything. You don't have to be one of those people, because everybody is entitled to have preferences. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, it's just like, okay, just shut the fuck up about it. We don't need to hear it all the time. We don't need to hear we just don't. Even all the way down to the ladies that have been getting a lot of surgery, a lot of plastic surgery, and they kind of look, you know, the surgery, the proportions are not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let them be. Just let them be. Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I need y'all to do. If you have a friend, you know, not somebody that you all know, for real, like, you ain't really got, I mean, you know, you ain't necessarily got to be responsible for everybody in the world. But if you have a friend that, like, has on a bad wig, just handle inside stuff. You know what I'm saying? If don't go outside with your girls and one of your girls is looking a mess. Shit like that. Those are the things you need to pay attention to. You and your inner circle. But all this stuff that's going on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, we need to clear the air. This is supposed to be like, these are supposed to be safe spaces, right? I say that, you know, kind of laughing or whatever, because it's just really ain't nothing safe. But I just feel like we're doing the most with it. So anyways, that's my top 5 for the day. My top 5 social media debates that I'm sick and damn tired of. And you know, that's really it for the day. I would like to put out there that, and I know I'm forgetting something, because I felt like I had some more shout outs I needed to do, but I don't remember. Next Friday, which is May 1st, hopefully I will have an anniversary episode, because it'll be my 1-year anniversary of podcasting, guys. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe that I've stuck this out kind of after, like, starting a different podcast with somebody and kind of just being ditched from that, and decided to go ahead and just create my own podcast. And I don't want to get into, you know, all of the stuff that I'll probably say next week, but it's really been an awesome experience. Like, I've met so many great people, and I'm so glad that I'm doing this. And, you know, even though I'm very last minute procrastinating and recording this episode the day before, because y'all know how I am. I gotta have my graphics together. Like, I have no idea how any of this is gonna come together before midnight, but it will. But yeah, I just, again, I just want to thank everybody, and thanks for, shout out to the drunk unks, like Uncle Night Night. He's always like, hey, like when I miss an episode, he like, hey, what you doing? You missed the episode? What's up? Black Paco, same thing. Hey, he texts me, you all right? You good? You know what I'm saying? What, you need some content? I have to get Black Paco back on too. He should have actually been on this episode, but we've just been kind of missing each other because of his work hours and things of that nature. So, but I'm gonna get Black Paco back. I'm getting Brandy back. I gotta get Chris from Shenanigans with Friends on here. We've been kind of playing tag with each other. Like, there's so many people that I just would like to get on the podcast. Actually, you know who else I want to get on the podcast? I want to get Spencer from Views from the Seven, because I think we'll be able to have a pretty decent debate about some sort of music. Sometimes we agree. When I listen to Views, sometimes we agree. Other times I be like, bruh, like, no, this is not that. But so yeah, I want to have Spencer on. There's so many people that I want to have on, and it's been my own fault. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Maven, I think is how you say her name, out in California. Like, so many people I want to have on, but it really has been my fault, and I'm gonna step it up and do a little bit better and start back scheduling people here soon to be on the Lit Life podcast. And I actually think that, I don't know, maybe next week will be, I don't know, I have to count how many episodes I did. Maybe next week will be the end of season 2, since it's the anniversary episode, but we'll see. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, and I said this last week and I didn't, but I am going to put a graphic together to put out to you guys, because what I really would like is I would like a few people to submit a voice note and just tell me if you guys have any well wishes, or if there's like a favorite episode that you had, or, something funny that, you were listening to the Lit Life podcast, or if I've inspired you, or the Lit Life podcast, or the whole running for my life thing, or any type of inspiration that I've put out there, if it's touched you in any way, shape, or form. I would love to hear that, and I would love to hear it in the form of a voice note so that I can put it on the air and everybody else can hear it too. So one way that you can submit that is just emailing it to me at autumnthearies@gmail.com, or you can go to Anchor, where my podcast is hosted, and there's a place there on the actual Anchor page to send a voice note. If you are a podcaster and you have Anchor, you can send it directly through there. I'm trying to think, how else can you? I think those are 2 decent ways that you can send me voice notes. I'm gonna ask that they are, let's say 3 minutes or less. And I'm looking forward to hearing. I hope somebody submitted, because I'm be feeling kind of salty if I don't get none, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be acting like Kelly Kapoor when nobody came to, when Jim and Dwight didn't go to her birthday party, and like she sabotaged their like customer service ratings or whatever. Like, that's how I'm gonna be. And that's one thing I'm going back and forth. That's one thing I think I want Chris on for. I think I want to talk to her about The Office. But anyways, yeah, so 1 year coming up. Can't believe it. That'll be probably be the last one of the season. So I'm rambling. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got 4 minutes till the draft come on. I have no idea what I'm going to have for dinner, but I'm going to go ahead and get it popping. So until you guys hear me again, peace